Did you go live yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what I've got here. Extremely slow. Oh, I got one. I have 3 people have logged in or are on it. The computers were way back here. I'm just about where I can say good evening. There we go. Log in here. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. You can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to type in good evening and everything's coming out screwy. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I was able to say good evening. Yay! Okay, and we've got Chris and Quilting Grandma, and you've got 6 watching. Wow. Okay, lots of stuff. Yeah. Hello. Okay, Lucy has joined us. Evening, evening. As you can tell, since I didn't have Pax to entertain you while we were getting started, he's not here tonight. And I'm not exactly sure why. Just know he's not here. But we still have all kinds of goodies. And tonight we're doing notions. It's time to either stock up, replace, or add to your notions. We've got a little of everything that we could think of for our tonight. So everything's kind of spread out here. I'm not sure where I want to start. If we do, okay. Well, maybe I can't remember. Jeannie just sent me something. I don't know if it was touchdown, but I think it's the pattern. I think she pointed to the pattern. So, oh, no school today. Oh, that could be why I didn't see Pax. I don't pay that close attention.
I don't either anymore.
Yeah, he just shows up when he shows up. Well, the pattern behind me is one that I wrote, and it's Anya's Choice. And if you would like the pattern, and this is the quilt that it makes, it is $8 tonight, and all you have to do is just put in the word pattern. And we'll know it's this one because it's the only one that we're showing tonight. This particular pattern does take a kitty corner to make it, or if you have another technique to do the section right here, the little, whoop, wrong section. There it is, excuse me, to make this little kite section. I'm sure there's other tools out there that'll make it, but we have one from Creative Grid that will make that particular section of the block and stuff. So maybe, let's see what we want to start with. Oh shoot, what do you think, Jeannie? Want to start with, there's so many things. Maybe we'll start with scissors. Does that sound good? Okay.
You can't miss.
Can't miss with scissors. Okay, we'll start with our big scissors. This is the 9-inch fabric shears, nice big handle from Mori. It's 101, and the price is, whoop, nothing wants to work for me very well tonight. On our big items here, there we go, 22. So tonight, 22 will get you this particular scissors from Fomori. Actually, a nice brand. But if you just need a nice generic scissor, one to do paper or even fabrics, this will do it. And the only color I have is the green handle, 102. And it is $2.65. So this will make a good extra pair, kind you can take to your retreat or take somewhere, and if you happen to leave them, it's fine. If you decide to use them to cut paper, that's fine too. But for $2.25 on that. So you get your choice of a really nice pair, number 101 for 22. I'm going to write some of that down, otherwise I won't know what I said tomorrow. And then the 102, nice simple pair for $2.65. So we have our scissors. So now we probably could use some pins. So I've got kind of a variety. I'll start off with our ones that are in the Grab It, 103. These are $15 for that particular one, and you get the nice magnetic dish, and I don't know how many pins are in it, but there's a nice handful of pins in there for 15. This one is purple, and the other color we have in stock is the blue, isn't it?
I think so.
And I know we can get a red. We just don't have one right now, but if you would like this, 103, and just specify your color. So, if that's not the style that you want, we also have some that are called the magic pins. This will be 104, and it's $13 for the magic pins. And they're nice. If you can see this one up here, this is how big they are. Nice and long, fairly sturdy head. If I remember right, you can iron on that and it won't melt down. Okay, and Caitlin wants to know how long the blades are on the scissors, and I'll grab those in a second. So there we are. This is 104 for the magic pins. If you just want to stock up on your regular quilting pins, that's number 105, and they are $6.30. $6.30. There is, these are the 1 3/4, I think, well, no, I don't think, oh, 175 if I read. So there's 175 in that batch. I don't have anything to measure right here. The $2.65 scissors look like they've got about a 5-inch blade, and the bigger ones have, looks like about a 6. Just a hair bigger, longer blade on those, Kaylin. Okay, so now we have our pins. So if you need some more, good evening, Gwen. So you can stock up on your pins. Once you have your pins stocked up, you probably need a needle. So for your machine, we have some needles. These run about $4.69, but tonight they're going to be $4. And we'll start with the number 12s. These are the Schmidt's Universal, number 106. This is the number 12 needle. Let's see, 80/12, if you're familiar with both numbers. And if I remember right, the 80 is the European number, and the, is that what I grabbed? The 80/12. And the 12 is the American number. So if you're not familiar with that, that's where those numbers come from. That was the 12s. 107, same thing, $4 a pack. This one will get you the number 14s. 90, 14. Number 107. So that's number 107. We'll get you the 90 14s for $4 for the universal. These fit in, I don't know any machine these don't fit in, because these have the flat back. They go in all of our home machines. They're not the big industrial needles. These are for home. And the last pack, the number is 108, and these are the, if I can write, the 108. This is the 70/10s. 70/10s we use a lot on more finer fabrics, like anything like a chiffon or anything lightweight that you want to work on. And the 12s and the 14s are a little more what we use when we do all of our piecing. 14s probably when you want to do your own quilting. So now we have our needles. Oh, let's go with a hand needle. Maybe you need to fix something. So here's a variety of hand needles. Number 106 or 109 for $6 for the pack of repair needles. Or maybe you like to tie your quilts and use the big curved needle, get the right spot. There's the curved needles. So maybe you'd like to use the repair kit of needles. So now we have our thread, our needles. So why don't we get a threader? Here's a great threader. This is number 110. And this multi-use threader sells for $2.19. So here we go. Here's a multi-use We've got the really fine here, and then you have a hook on each side for some of the heavier weights of what you need to thread. So a nice needle threader, number 110 for $2.19. Okay, keep going. How about we're going to mark our quilt. And these are going to be number 111. I'll show them all to you. They sell for $5.25. I'm going to put $5 down. So number 111, $5. And then you have your choice of color. These are all water-soluble marking pencils. So if you want 111 pink, $5. 111 white, and 111 blue. So those are all the marking pencils, water soluble, on those, number 111 on them. So 111, and then just specify the color that you need. So another way to mark ours, and what are 269, aren't these? Does that sound right?
Sounds, yeah.
Okay. I actually have two different types of pens here. This is the friction pen. The only color I have at the moment is the blue, and these are used, we'll say number 112, 269. If the price is less than that, we'll make it less, but I think that's the price. If it's more, we'll stick to 269. So here's the friction pen. It's got the hard knob on the top that you would use to erase, or you use an iron to create the friction or the heat that it takes to erase it. So this is another type of marking pen. It's called friction. And I get different colors in, but I have to buy so many, I only get one color at a time. That I just kind of... My other marking pen that I'm going to show you, number 113. Excuse me. 113, this is a permanent marker, black. So this is one that you could mark your quilt with the label on the back. You can use it on your signature quilts. If you're going to do a signature quilt, this is a great one to have for that. So this one is 113, and it is a permanent. So this is the one, like I said, if you want to write something on the back of your quilt, or if you're doing a signature quilt, this is the type of pen that you want to use. It also sells for like $269, number 113. So now we need some thread. The thread we're showing is going to be number 114, and they're like 15 a spool. That's something. Okay, let's stay at 15. So here we go. We have our colors. I'm going to start dark to light, try to. So order these by color. They are number 114. Because the numbers are all huge, we'll know you're talking about thread. So if you like the black number is 2692. 2692 is the black. The gray, and these are the number of the colors. So if there's a specific color you like, you'll be able to tell. 2606. So this is a nice gray. Color 2606 is the nice gray. And a little darker, a little more silver looking gray is 2600. So 2600 is the color on that particular one. Now we're going to the tans. 2314. 2314. And these are all Aurifil, the Mako 100% cotton. And there is, I forget how many yards, a lot. I just remember a lot. Excuse me. Okay, we'll keep going here. If your color is 2312, 2312, a nice tan, kind of a light tan, 2312, Karen. Oh, oh my word. I'm glad you were able to join us, Karen. Oh, so sad to hear about the accident, but hope things are going well and that you heal fast. Okay, and the color is 2310. As I said, we're getting a little bit lighter and lighter here. 2310. $15 a spool. Why I can't see the yardage on here? I see a 1300, but it might be 1300 meters. I think that's right. Making it about 1500 yards, just under 1433. We have it written on our information. I think it's like 1433, and that should be about right. Yeah. Okay, next color. 2311. These are all just great universal colors for, you know, when you're piecing. Doing lots of piecing, it's nice just to stick a color on and go. Then you don't have to worry so much about changing colors all the time.
1422.
Oh, 1422 is the yards in here. I could convert my meter to yards a little quicker. And our lightest color, our white or our light, is 2021. 2021 gets you the real light, the lightest of the colors that we carry. So that is our number 114. That's our thread. And you can order by color. So now we've got your thread. Oh, let's stop. Got a couple other ones I forgot about. Sulky. We have two different colors. So just ask for the, what do they call it? One is actually called invisible. This one would be the smoke. Clear and smoke. That's what they call them. Clear and smoke. Gwen, navy thread. I do have navy thread in the Coats and Clark. I just, in the Aurifil, I generally just carry kind of the grays, black, white, and some of the creams. So invisible thread, number 115, $4.50. And you can order the smoke, which is what I'm showing you here, or the clear, the one that truly looks invisible. I use some of these when I do some applique. In fact, I just used some yesterday on our table runner. Boy, my brain's just stopping. On the table runner, we have our okay, Kaylin, 115. Just let me know, would you like the smoke or the clear? You just need to let me know what color. We started our shop hop today, so I'm a little bit brain dead. There's 440 yards in the invisible thread. And I was trying to finish up our block, which I turned into a table runner, and it's appliqued, and I used the invisible thread to stitch my pieces down, and it actually looks wonderful. In fact, we might have to show it off. It's so pretty that maybe we'll do that. So we're clipping along here. I've got the little snippers. We'll go with this. This is from the Gypsy Quilter Easy Snip. These are like little hand thread cutters. $22 tonight for number 116. They're regularly about $24, but you can get these tonight for $22. So if you don't want to snip them, but you want to use a nice big seam ripper, 117 is our larger seam ripper for $10 tonight. $10 will get you our larger seam ripper. Said I got to put some numbers on here so Jeannie knows. There. When we did our larger seam ripper for $10, 117. But if you're like me and you go through a lot of zippers, woo, here she is. It's a little one. Number 118. She's a little one. Got the cap. A whole dollar. $1 will get you the little one. I tend to go through them quite a bit. I break them a lot. So, in this way I have multiple ones all over the place. Okay. So, there are your choices on how to cut your threads. All excellent choices. Like I said, the big one, 117. The little one, oh, better keep the number on there, is 118. But if you'd rather use a little snip scissors, was 116. Okay, so now we're cutting everything. Maybe we need to measure something. So we carry a 60-inch tape measure. There he is. Number 119. You can get him for $1. If you need some more tape measures, I'm always losing mine for $1. A 60-inch tape measure. And it has, on the other side, it has both the metric and the inches on there. Yeah, I know what you mean, Gwen. That's the reason I have multiple. I basically have 2 machines, well, and I've got my long arms too. So that I've got 4 machines, and every one of them has multiple seam rippers next to it. And some are sitting by my chair in case I am sitting down and doing some other ripping. So 119 gets you the tape measure, 60-inch tape measure. It is a plastic. Nice one. I've got multiple of those. Also, boy, it seems like I can't find them. Okay, on. Oh, you want to go get our little yellow one so I can show that off? And with that, we'll see if I can move on. Pincushion. Old-fashioned tomato pincushion, except I've got some funky little colors here. This is going to be number 120. I keep Jeannie busy here. So 120. Thank you. Number 120, and we're doing the little pin cushion. $2.50. And you can get purple, which it looks strange to see a tomato purple, but purple.
Too many numbers.
120, 250, perfect. So then just put on there 120, and you would like the purple, kind of the bright pink, or maybe you would like the blue. So those are your color choices on a nice pin cushion. That we have the purple, number 120 for $2.50, the purple, the bright pink, or the blue. Our other thread cutter we have is this little guy who is really nice, number 121. Number 121. And it's regularly $22, so you'll save $2. $20 tonight. 121. As you can see, we have yellow. You put it together yourself. You've got your blade that you stick in there. There's a screw there, holds it together. In here, you can put a couple of extra blades if you need to or would like to. Put her together, and there you go. So this is... Ah, that's right, Lucy. I remember you bought that. I knew I sold it to a few people. Yeah, because that is a nice one. But like I said, I break them so much that I'm better off with the cheap one. So, thread cutter cuts in between. Your blade is sharpened enough to cut the threads. If you would like the yellow, 121 yellow. If you would like it in purple, 121 purple. How about the light blue, 121 light blue. Yes, Karen, I've got a couple of these, and I really like them because I've got them by my machines. 121, the royal blue, and 121, I think it's a fuchsia. Anyway, that's what we'll call it, fuchsia. 121 fuchsia. So a nice variety of colors in the thread cutter tonight, $20. And like I said, a couple of them. Buy your sewing machines or wherever you do all your chain piecing, and then you need to separate the fabrics. Those work out really nice. Okay. Whew. Jeannie thought I had way too much stuff. I don't think so. How about we pause and do our drawing, because tonight is the drawing. That way I can kind of look around at all the wonderful stuff we have. We have, looks like there's a jelly roll and a template to make book covers. And this is one of the Nancy Zeman products. Along with the jelly roll, and what else is in there? There's some other little odds and ends in there. But anyway, we'll get Jeannie to draw a number.
Okay. I can't get a hold of it. There we go.
Whoops. Okay, Jeannie, the number is 21. 40. 44. 21 40 44. Keep drinking my water to keep my throat wet. So hopefully, whoever's watching, hopefully we got a winner. We already announced the number. 214044. Hopefully somebody is our lucky winner on there. Okay, we'll go on. Like I said, we've got some different odds and ends. If you have the ability to use these snaps, I've got two different packages, the pinks and the brights. So this will be number 122. And I'm not sure. This was from the Babyville Boutique, 122. They're around $8, but you can get them for $6 if you need them. No, not Lucy tonight. Congratulations to everyone. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, hopefully somebody. I never thought we still have one of Karen's numbers.
Oh.
Yeah, I just thought of that.
Oh.
Oh, Chris, there we go. Well, we don't have to look at one of Karen's. And actually, Karen, because you didn't have possession of that, we'll get you some new ones. Okay, Chris. Yay. Hopefully you like what's in there. Jelly roll. Those are always good. So the pink. 122, and these are snaps. I no longer have the gun that it uses, but I know a lot of people still do. So if you want the pink, 122 pink. If you want the more multicolored, 122 red. That's easy to write. 122 red. So this will give you some of the snaps. If somebody's out there looking for any kind of snaps. Okay, so in your major quilts, you want to use up some of your miscellaneous batting. And this is a great way to put two pieces together, especially if you don't like to sew them, so that they don't create a lot of bulk. Here is some, I believe it's 2-inch wide, yeah, batting tape, number 123, and it is $9. Number 123, regularly 10, so you're going to save $1. So if you need some batting tape, and this you just press it. That one side has a little bit of glue on it, so you'll just press it. 123, 2-inch wide batting tape. How about when you go to bind? Here's some of those wonderful clips. These are blue, so it looks like blue is what I have. 1, 2, 4. They're regularly $25, $23 tonight. 1, 2, 4. 23 will get you the binding clips. Okay, so maybe you need a little bit of glue, or oh, here we go. Let's get these out of here. This is, even though it says baby lock, it'll work with any serger, because these are some of your tools that you use. So those of you that have a serger, 125. These tools run $37.99. You can get this set of tools for $30 tonight. And in there you get, they call it a fabric control tool that holds your fabric secure under the pressure foot, and I'll show them to you in a minute. There is another different type of seam ripper in there, a couple of big needles, and a set of scissors that has the little curve to it, making it easier for you to cut. So the tools, here we are. Here they are. So here is what they have as a seam ripper. It's got a safety on it, but it's got the little curve. So that helps you with your threads. This will help you hold your stuff in place. Looks like a dental instrument, but it's not sharp. It's dull on both sides. Then you have the curve, that little bit of curve, so you can get underneath and cut. So these will work for so many things, not just a serger. And then a couple of different needles. And these are intended to help you move your thread from one point to the other on your serger. On the baby lock, you wouldn't use this as much because there's an eye on both ends, but occasionally you do, because the baby lock has that jet air threading, which is wonderful. And then here is another one. I don't know why there's two of them, but there is. But they do help you guide the thread through your machine. Might be, I didn't look that close at the eyes. Excuse me. Oh, they're not even talking about pulling the threads through the machines. What kind of silly person am I? No wonder you can tell I don't use them. They just said on here, here's what you do. You use this, depending on which end, those eyes look the same. And then you just take the tail that you have on your serger and you slip it up through the stitches. So then you don't have the tail hanging out. Ah, that makes sense. I like that. I may have to acquire one for myself. And stuff, so. Anyway, excuse me. Nice group of tools. For anyone that has a serger, that's great price. Because for 20 bucks, a lot of times those little scissors are 20 bucks. Let alone the little seam ripper. That's just a nice blade. And there's 4 replacement blades in there. I always think it looks like Band-Aids because there's a little package up here. But that's where the replacement blades are that go in this particular kit. So, keep going. The goal is to kind of clear my table off. Maybe, well, we'll pick on these two. Maybe you need a little machine oil. Excuse me. 126. Get you a little bottle of machine oil with a nice little extender spout there for $5. So some machine oil. Going to have you cleaning your machine a little bit here. 126. And 127 for $5 gets you your brushes to help you clean your machine. So for $5 you can get some oil. 126 and 127 gets you your brushes so that you can clean your machine. Now let's see, if you're busy working on your stuff and you just need it to keep from fraying, here's some fray check. 128, $5. 128, $5 will get you this nice little jug of fray check to help repair. No, it's not going to fix a hole, but it will keep the threads from coming apart, is what it does. But if you need something a little more permanent, I'm not sure if I've got my permanent one. These are temporary. But if you just need something together temporary, there's a nice glue stick there that will help you hold your pieces together, especially with your applique, or if you're just having a problem keeping 2 spots together till you can get it stitched. But you don't want it to be permanent. This works great. The 504, my problem is I don't have a price. On the 504, it's 6. We'll stick with 6 on this particular one. This also works on stuff like if you need to, you want to hook a piece of fabric to a cardboard, and it'll stick for quite a while because you're not going to launder it out. I was trying to see what else they were recommending from their little pictures. They were showing how to spread it and then stitch your 2 pieces together. And of course, don't hit the pins, but it will wash out, which sometimes that's what we want. But how about the original tacky glue? This one, I forget which ones are more permanent. This one definitely recommends. Okay, this is the tacky, $1.29, $2. And this one they're really talking about if you're dealing with paper, foam, felt, ribbons.
Say 129.
What's that? 129? 129. 129. Oh, did I do the last one at 129? I don't have a sticky on him.
I think you did.
Okay. We'll get the sticky on him at 6. If it's less than that, we'll tell you. But I'm pretty sure it's 6 something. 130. Okay, 130 is the other tacky. And this one is saying pressed together, let dry, cleans up with soap and water, dry, strong, and permanent. So they're claiming this one's the permanent. Normally there's another one that I like, but I think we either overlooked it or we missed it. So 130 gives you the tacky glue. Okay, 131. Oh, yeah. Now I'm really getting crap in my throat. How about a circle cutter? Nice circle cutter. 131. You can buy this one for 18. 18. If you need to cut out a lot of circles. Excuse me. 131. 18. Oy. More water doesn't seem to be helping. Okay, how about some template plastic? This will help you. There we go, template plastic, in case you'd like to make the templates for your project. 132, $12. Number 132, $12. You will, there looks like 9 by 11 sheet, 8.5 by 11 standard, and there are four sheets in this package. 132, 4 sheets of plastic template plastic. Okay. These are some of the lights. So if you've made a quilt, excuse me, boy, I got crud again. Oh, there's the number. 133, and these lights are $10. And they're the little lights, the little battery operated lights. So you can light up any of your projects. A couple of years ago I did a Christmas tree, and these are the lights that are on my Christmas tree that I hang up on the wall. Just for something different. And then I can light them up, and I thought I turned them on and off. Maybe I just, oh yeah, there's an on and off switch, duh. I thought I did. I'm not finding it. But nice string of, I believe they're LED lights and stuff. And what I did is I just put a little tiny hole in my wall hanging, and I shoved them in through the back. I made a little pocket down in the corner, and that's where the battery pack sits. But if you need some lights to light up your project, there they are, number 133. For $10, you can get a nice little pack of lights. Kind of looking at them, what they were called, but they're just called Twilight lights. Okay, now we're moving on, and now we're going to make a purse. So this is from Nancy Zeman, her Trace and Create bag. So it has several different styles in here. We can see kind of here, we can see in the front, where you use the same color fat quarters or kind of scrappy looking. These are 16, number 134, $16. And it's the templates and the instructions so that you can make the bags that you see there. So that is, and I was just telling Jeannie, I know I've got mine somewhere. I'd have to go looking for it. So if you are into bag making, now we'll go into some of the hardware that we carry. Starting off with, I'll start off with some of the D-rings that we have from Nancy Zeman. Number 135, nice, let me see what these are, 3/4 inch buckle, $5.95. Number 135 for $5.95 gets you the set of buckles. Here's a D-ring, number 136, and these are the 1-inch D-rings. Number 137, these are the 3/4 inch D-rings.
Are they on $5.95?
$5.95. And these are all the same color, the nickel. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, now some of the other ones that we have, these are the adjustable slide buckles from Pink Sand Beach. These are nice, put on your bag as needed. 138. This gets you the gold slide buckle, 138, and these are $1.49. $1.49 for the slide buckle. Here is the nickel, 139. 139 for the nickel. And 140 for the, is it the antique? Oh, black. It's saying black. So these all work if you make bags, which every once in a while I make a bag here and there. So that's where we'd use these. We also have the swivel hook with the D-ring, which always works out nice. This one is the gold, gold, 141. These are $3.59. 141, $3.59. The nickel, 142, $3.59 is the nickel. Okay, 143 would be the black, same thing. Nice swivel hook with the D-ring. Like I said, we put them on the bags. With that, maybe you need one of the magnets. Here's the black, 144 for the black. $145 is the gold, and these are the 1/2 inch magnetic snaps. A 1/2 inch magnetic snap. 146 is the silver. So, and 146 gets you the silver. Now those are some of the hardware that you would use on your bag, but some bags just call for rings, and we've got a few of those. These are some of the little rings. These are actually, you can find them on your curtain. If you want them on your curtains, that's fine too. We're not picky on how you decide to use it, but these are called curtain grommets, and we use them on a lot of our purse and bag patterns. that we feed through. So $147 and $8 a bunch. You get 8 of them in there, so you can use them on 2 bags. So $147. We have them a little more decorative. These are the ones that they are, I'm trying to see the diameter. These are called the 1 inch. The 1 inch. So these work really nice for bags. How about this one? This one's a lighter color, $149. And then we also have the gold, $150. $150 is the gold. And like I said, we use them when we make bags, but you're welcome to use them for whatever you need them for. Okay, now we're getting down to our rulers. And it's always nice, if you're like me and you've been cutting the corners off of your rulers, it's probably nice to change them. Where if they're finally cracked, once in a while mine get really nasty looking. I'm going to start with the 3+ ruler. This one is for $5, number 151. $5, and this is called a 3-in-1 ruler, and you can cut your strips. It'll help you with cutting bias. They're showing on the back here, rail fence, log cabin. Yep. So that's a 3-in-1 ruler for $5. Okay, how about replacing some of your rulers? Every once in a while we'll show some of these, but tonight we're going to show all of them, and we'll start, well, we'll go big to small. Update your 12-inch ruler. If you're like me, you've already cut off a few corners. It's probably an old one. So 550 or 152 for 20 or 32. I'm starting to read my numbers wrong. For 32, you'll save $4 on that one. That's your 12. Your 12 and a half. And the nice thing about these is the white numbers from Creative Grid are your whole numbers. Your blacks are your half numbers and stuff. So it's very versatile to use. So that was number 152. That's your 12 and a half for 32. How about a 10-inch? That, okay, there it is. 153. Get stuff moved around here so I can figure these out. Like I said, we were busy with the shop hop. And next thing, we knew what we were going to do, but we didn't get everything set up for me to number or price everything. So the 10-inch is 27. 153, 10-inch, 27. Down to the 9-inch. And the 9-inch is 154. Is 2550. 2550. Upgrade your 9-inch. Oh, you'll never read some of these here. There we go. 2550. How about an 8-inch? Do you need to upgrade your 8-inch, or do you just need to add your 8-inch to your list? For 24. So let's get you an 8-inch for 24. Okay, what do I have? I thought I had a 6. I must not have. I need to order some more 6s. Okay, 156. And this one is your 4 And all of these have the half, 4.5. And it is $12.50. So the 4.5 one is $12.50. So they get you the 4.5. 3.5 is number 157. And it is $10.50. And then my last one on the squares is the little 2-inch, 158. And it's for $10. Always surprised at how much the little buggers always cost. But, okay, that gets our squares. How about straight edges? Straight edge rulers. We'll start with the big one and go down. So if you like, do a lot of distance cutting, lots of light. This one is 6.5 by 24, I believe. Yes, 6.5 by 24, number 159, and it's for $32 tonight. You'll actually save $4. So that's not too bad. So 6.5 by 24.5, 159 for 32. Maybe you don't need one quite that big. How about 6.5 by 18.5? Number 160 for $28.50. Again, you'll save about $3, almost $4 on that one also. Pretty close. So 160, this is a 6.5 by 18.5. Okay, nice size. This one is a 4.5 by 18.5. Number 161 for $23. This is number 161 for $23. Like I said, some nice size. How about a 3.5 by 18.5? Number 162, also for $23. So this gets you a 3.5 by 18.5. We don't like quite as big. Let's go this way. This one's 4.5 by 12.5, which is another nice size. And it is $20.50. So 4.5 by 12.5. Or maybe you'd like a 3.5 by 12.5. 3.5 by 12.5 for $19. 3.5 by 12.5 for $19. Nice one, just the size of a strip. 2.5. 2.5 by 12.5. So 2.5 by 12.5. You can get it for $19.50. And then our little ones that are fun to have. A 2.5 by, I don't remember on this one, 10. A 2.5 by 10 for $20. 2.5 by 10. And then the little one, 2.5 by whole number 6. 2.5 by 6 for $13.50. So now we've got you stacked up on your straight edges. Maybe you need a few angles and a few other types of pieces here. Let me see what we have. Oh, got a little gripper. If you don't have the Creative Grid, which has kind of the rough edge to help, maybe you need some grip dots to put on the back of a ruler. This is them from Gypsy Quilter, number 168 for $5.99. So if you need a few little grippers to put it back on some of your other tools that slide around on you, this will help them from sliding as much. Okay, how about a couple of tools from a few different individuals? This one is the Quick Curve Ruler. This is from So Kind of Wonderful. There it is. Number 169 for $23. And it does, if you can see, this kind of pattern here. And I did it some table runners. And I also did a quilt using it. So it's kind of fun because it's got all the nice lines, a nice gentle curve to work with. So that's a curved ruler for number 169 for $23. Another one, this one will help you make scalped edges. This is actually from Marty Michelle. It's a nice, another batch of nice curves, number 170, and it is for $24. That one, let's see, $24. That one will save you almost $4 on that one. And it does that nice, gentle curve there. There's the quilt. And shows you very easy. And you can do different sizes of curves on a project. So that was number 170 for $24. Okay, then we have a couple of tools, and these are from Studio 180. We got the corner pop, and I have to admit I haven't had a chance to really work with these. So I can show you what they're doing on the back side of this particular one. If you can kind of see all the different things on the back side. So this is 171. And, okay, 171. And you can get it for $35. And it says, the tool that gives you perfectly filled corners with less waste is what it's telling you and stuff. And so there's some of the blocks that you create, and then you can create a variety of little sections to create the bigger blocks. So that's what the corner pop does. Like I said, I'm going to have to start playing with some of these because I looked at them and I thought I like them, but I haven't had time to play with all of the ones that she's come out with. And there is a whole bunch of tools that is out there. So then this one here is called the Tucker Trimmer, and it helps you with your looks like half square triangles and your hourglass. Well, look at that. Okay, and it's $26.50 on this one. I'll turn it and show you some of the stuff that they're showing on the back. So that really kind of helps you with any time you're making an hourglass. Let's see, the wing clipper. This one will help you with your flying geese. Oh, which I had grabbed. I'm going to show you a couple of these other ones. So the flying geese. This one will help you with the flying geese. $29, $173. So 173. Oh, let me turn it this way so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. How you can clean up. I'm not sure exactly which method they use because there's quite a few methods out there, but it'll help clean up your flying geese. And I've got all my other angles out of here, but we've been going. I was checking to see if there was something else. Oh, I got one other one from Studio 108 called the Square Squared. Square Squared. Interesting. Let me turn it so you can see what I was looking at. Squared Squared. And I'll figure out what the price is on that one. So 174 for 29. Called the Squared Squared. And all of these say that they have the instructions for both left and right-handed, which is kind of nice. So that's the Square Squared. And I'm going to finish up here only because we touched on the flying geese, and I still carry, and I do like, Eleanor Burns's method. Depending on what I'm working on, that's the one I like. This is the one that'll make the 4x8 and the 2x4 flying geese. And it is $14.50, number 175. So $14.50. And then if you don't want them quite that big, I also have the 3x6 and the 1.5 by 3. So there's the 3x6 and the 1.5 by 3 of the Eleanor Burns, and that's $12.95. $12.95 on this one. Okay. I'm only going to show 2 more tools, mainly because it's associated with the quilt behind me, in case you're interested in them. These are the 2 tools that I have used on the quilt behind me. This one's the triangle squared, and it'll be $25 for this one. Because a nice thing is all the markings, you can do multiple sizes. The instructions are very good on these Critter Grid. And then the other one that I used was the Kitty Cornered. And this will be $178, and the price on it will be $29. So with that, that's where I'm going to stop tonight. Got a few more tools, but that's okay. We can save them for another time. We know that now you can restock your straight edges, you can get your squares restocked. Showed you a few more triangles and a couple other tools that can help you out. So it'll be a good thing for you. With that, I'm going to say good night. Thank you for watching. Hope you had a great evening and things are going well. And Karen, I hope you heal fast. And congratulations to Chris for winning Pax's quilting chest. And with that, enjoy your week. I'll see you next Thursday. Good night.